this kind of map. He wants to be away from Dream. Is one of those more aggressive Terrans. You don't want to be in danger of getting dropped all over the place.
You know, one thing to note, though, is Zest is actually a pretty aggressive Protoss.
Yeah, no, he can turn it on for sure.
He can definitely get in your face. I mean,
he basically does everything well.
Yeah, he proxies a lot, too.
Yeah,
it
he mixes it up.
Although I think that's what if you're like really good at Protoss, you probably have a lot of proxy builds.
Yeah, he did it actually on Dust
low
Towers
risk,
last
high
time.
reward.
Yeah.
So
this is what he did against Reality yesterday. PVT once again. He just proxied a Oracle out on the map on Dust Towers again, and Reality just couldn't deal with it. Got way too much damage, and Zest just bopped him from there. It was it wasn't close.
I got to tell you something, man. If SKT loses this tonight, it's going to be a quiet ride home in the team van.
They're already 0-1. They lost to Afrika, and now they're going to lose to KT.
I know. This could keep happening, too. It's not just about having a bunch of good individual players on your team. It's about bringing the right people out on the right map, in the right state of the meta, and it seems right now like SKT is not able to do that.
And it's not the first time SKT has choked. Remember that they lost to MVP in the round 2 finals last year. So I don't think anyone, Billowy came out and just, well, was that the finals or was it like a semifinals? Because it was an all-kill format. I think it was the finals. I think it was the finals that MVP actually beat them on. And,
I thought it was semi. I mean, well, whatever.
Well, Billowy just all-killed them. Like Billowy, who was on MVP at the time.
Yeah, I know, right?
So there you have it. This team definitely has some holes in it from time to time, whereas KT is looking like more of a dominant team, as well as Jin Air, who's looking like the best team.
Now, Dream has got apparently a very good record. I was not aware of that.
Why does this happen?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh, that's weird.
Like, are these all backwards, actually? They could be.
Maybe.
Oh, wow, we got to vote for Dream. It's Kanata. No surprise there.
No surprise. He's a risk taker. Remember last season when I started to get behind in the votes?
Yeah.
I was low, so I'm like, I'm voting for the opposite of what everybody else does. I'm like, well, this is a real gamble here because if I get it right, then I'm going to be beating everybody. But if I get it wrong, then I'm going down to the bottom. Anyways, this is game number 4, Dream versus Zest. Let's go. In the upper right, we have our player Dream. In the bottom left, in the red, for KT, it's Zest talking to himself.
Wonder what he's saying.
Make probes, then get a pylon. This is when I sing my build, sing my build, sing my build.
It's a good way to,
don't forget about that gas,
Isn't that what you used to do, actually? I heard something like you used to talk to yourself about your builds.
I would, whenever I practice, I a lot of times just talk out loud.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what am I doing? Why am I doing this?
It's a good way to get your thoughts together.
I don't know how good it actually makes you as a pro gamer since I ended up becoming a caster instead. But
well, Zest is doing it too. So
I've actually seen some pro gamers who will do that. The first top pro gamer who was actually not a Korean, well, actually was the first anyways, but Guillaume.
Yeah.
I played with him in a PC cafe, and he would actually talk out loud. Or kind of talk to himself. I've seen this with a couple players. I think I've even seen Artosis do this sometimes, where he's like, oh. It's helpful to occasionally make direct or declarations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'd be amazed how many people, even at the highest level, are doing stuff and they're not actually thinking about why they're doing it. They're just doing it.
They're on autopilot. They've played so many practice games.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, well, do I need more adapts here, or can I just tack? Yeah. What is my actual goal here? Do I just want to get this one unit later on? Am I in a good spot later on in the game?
Yeah, that's what separates some players like, say, Innovation and TY. I mean, I know Innovation beat TY today, but generally TY very strategically minded, and we'll think about stuff like that. Whereas Innovation kind of going with the flow. He sees one thing and he's like, okay, now this is my build. I make turrets and Vikings. And he just counters it hardcore.
Do not get behind in the early game. Starting Terran versus Zerg algorithm for victory at 16 minutes.
He used to do that actually against Protoss all the time.
Activating
pull the SCVs
activating
every time.
Perfect Marine split against Banelings. GG in T-minus 4 minutes and 5 seconds.
Yeah, he's got the timing down.
Yeah.
Well,
then he gets cheese, he gets proxy. He's like, error, error.
Oh, yeah. Where he used to run around in circles in the middle of the map. He's like, I don't know where to go. I'm lost.
Why was I programmed to feel pain? Star Port coming down here. Now we got the Robo and the Twilight Council coming up.
Yeah, I mean, if the Terran sees this, you're not really going to know much. It's like, okay, this is a build that leads into like 7 different Protoss builds. So, you know, obviously the timing matters a lot. And, you know, is it being chrono boosted? Is there something being researched in the Twilight Council? If he sees any of these kinds of things, then he'll have a better idea of what's going on.
All right, some more gates coming up here. It does appear that there is a timing coming out for a Zest. Nobody is really scarier with a War Prism that has a depths in it than Zest. Am I wrong about that? Can you think of anybody?
Right.
I mean, he's pretty much the best at that.
No, he is. Dan was talking about the Sartosis yesterday a little bit about how he kind of made the gateway style really popular against Terran, where you just make a ton of gateways.
Yeah.
And he just killed them. And here we go. I mean, that's what's happening.
Well, I was looking for a good build for PvT that didn't involve a normal game. I guess I'm just stealing this one. Thank you, Zest. I'm going to ruin a lot of kids on the ladder this week. A lot of sad Terrans.
Well, let's hope he makes an observer after this because he needs detection. Here comes the Widow Mine drop.
All right.
Does he make it? There it is.
There it is.
And a 3rd command center coming down. There's not much in the base of Dream here. He essentially he made those Widow Mines, and now he's teching up, getting a 3rd base.
Problem when you do the Widow Mine play is that you can't really come back to your base and save it with Widow Mines. I mean, Widow Mines you kind of just walk away from. Good Zest. I know this exactly. All right, back to it. Time to mine more Adepts. All right, here comes Zest again.
Oh, man. Doesn't even get off.
God.
I mean, oh, boy. Well, here we go. The first Adept shows his face at the front. And I think the medevac actually, well, here we go.
Here we go. Mass warp in of Adepts. The glaives are upgraded. He's going to shade right into the main. Here we go.
And the Liberator not in the best spot, but there is a tank.
He's going to go, oh, I'm sorry. He faked it out.
Yeah, he's just denying mining here at the back door. Could take a 3rd base from this, too, if he wants to. Probably going to save it up for another warp in because wants to continue with the pressure here.
Now, yeah, he's going to stay on this. He's not getting any Stalkers here, by the way. It's just Adepts. He might try to shade just behind the minerals, like I was saying earlier.
Thinking about it. Here he goes.
Even the Siege Tank splash is going to hurt SCVs here. Now, I believe, yeah, he's shift-clicking on Worker. So 13, soon to be 15 kills already, doing so much damage.
And I can just shade away. You know, the tank is going to get a little bit closer, yes, but he's still getting more and more damage. And he just shades away.
It's whatever. He goes right back over here, taking out more SCVs. It's 18 kills so far, 19 kills. Oh, man. Now, does he expand with this? I'm under the impression you're not going to kill the Terran.
Yeah.
You're just, like, bruising him badly. Let's see, though. Oh, get wrecked.
You're mortally wounding him here, and he's down to 21 SCVs. Oh, he's going to make a Dark Shrine. Okay.
Oh, I love that. You want to know why, Valdez? Because he can't land the command center. So that's actually not enough scan. Oh, I'm sorry, he did land the command center, but I think that was the idea there. If he can't get the scans off, then, you know, what are you going to do?
Yeah, it's pretty sick, too, because he's trying to make...
Is there a turret, actually? I don't believe there is.
No,
there's no turret. Check these out. These are my invisible units. Oh, I'm sorry, he doesn't have the Dark Shrine done yet. Well, he's still killing workers right now. Some more Adepts come in. Now, you got to realize truly how expendable the Adepts are. As long as they're killing workers, I mean, you can give these units away all day. Look at this. He takes out the tank. All right, I'm definitely just going to use this cheese.
Zest is so good with his Adepts. Just the control, the way he's going, you know. Fakes him out, thinking he's going to go behind the mineral line, just gets on top of the tank when the medevac moves out of the way. Sniping units here and there, always hitting the weak spots of the base.
Yeah.
And he's got, I think he's got just one War Prism here.
Get ready for my invisible assassins. Coming up now. Where's the scan? Where's the scan? Where's the scan? There it is. Looks like he won't get one of them, though. He slips through. It's so close. Dream hanging on by a thread right now.
Zest is up to 1,300 minerals. He should really take his third base. There's no reason if you're floating that much, you might as well make it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like when I do stuff like this, too. I'm like back at home with 2K minerals. I'm like, oh, damn, I got to spend this.
And he's got a good economy back at home. He has 48 probes, right?
Yeah.
And he's done the damage. If he could begin to saturate a third base at the same time, he would be even that much farther ahead. There he goes.
Scanning. Now remember, every scan he makes, that's one less mule to drop. Terran seems to have stabilized. I'm not sure where these is he warping the adepts in at home? I guess he just has gone back and said, all right, I did enough damage. So when it's all said and done, it's 34 SCBs to 52 probes.
Yeah, Zest definitely has the big lead here. As you said, the Adepts very expendable, right? You go in there, you're doing so much damage with them that even if you lose them all,
as long as you're killing workers, it's fine.
And totally he didn't even only just kill workers. He killed a tank. He killed a bunch of the Marines that were there.
Oh, yeah, he's just forced to lift.
The lost mining time at the back door, that's actually a really good point. He's just losing so much stuff and time.
Okay, well, he's going to take out the Warp Prism. I think, oh my God, he's not. Oh my God.
Slippery snake there. Here we go, Liberator coming behind the third base now. There are Stalkers already ready. Blink is not yet done.
Yeah, although I don't know how much damage this Liberator can actually do. Yeah, he's just got enough.
He's already ready.
He's basically preempted the Liberator, which is unfortunate because, normally you want to kill a few workers, but he's not doing anything with this.
Yeah, now Dream is just struggling to hang on here and catch up after sustaining so much damage early on in this game. Gonna get both Stim and Combat Shields at the same time and slowly take this third base.
Okay. This should trigger a fourth base from Zest. By the way, Zest getting 1-1 here. I mean, he's setting this up very nicely for just a solid, mid-game, late game. Now, Dream did hang on. I mean, we got to commend Dream for a second here. I think a lot of Terrans would have just gotten torn apart there. He had really good decision-making with his tanks. He put him in the right spot. He kept the medevacs in the right spot.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely some good defense for sure.
Now, is he just going to try to bust him? You can do this. I don't know if it's the safest way to play the game, though. I suppose when Blink is done, what he does, he's going to shade on top of the tanks, blinking with the Stalkers. Thing is, because he has so many back home, so many Stalkers back home, I can't imagine he would actually succeed with a bust. Am I wrong? Okay, no, he's going to do it. He is going to actually elevator this. He's going to block off the ramp.
Yeah, he's going to try to shade. He's going to blink into the main. Oh, the supply depot gets down, but he can focus one down, and there's the force field.
And look at this, he's just going to ferry them over here. And what the hell is Terran going to do to this? Looks like Stim's going to finish just as his attack is going down. There are some tanks that have been landed. He blinks over here. The tank, though, is picked up. Can he get another force field up? It looks like he can. But are there too many Adepts? Guardian Shield does go down. Leapfrogging forward to try to save these tanks.
Oh, there you go. He's going to get the tank here, too. And there's just way too many units. Going to blink under everything. And I think Zest has done it again.
And you see Dream shaking his head. That's it. GG. KT takes it. SKT has been crushed.
Zest, I love the super calm smirk. And the way that he wins the game is just like, yeah, I'm Zest. Just doing my thing.
Up high, boys. High fives all around. KT has done it. Nicely played. Actually crushing SKT. I got to say, this was an impressive result for them here today.
Yeah, they did pretty well. I mean, the only person who didn't win was TY, and that was a bit of a wonky game, right? A base trade.
Right, yeah.
TY didn't really have time to show off his stuff. His early game build did not really work out either, so... even so, like, that game was decently close, and KT won the rest of them, so they should be really proud of themselves tonight. And I feel like at this point, it feels like Jin Air and KT are really separating themselves from everyone else. And, like, KT's there, or rather, SKT is, like, second tier, and then the rest of them are, like, third tier, and then MVP's 4. It's kind of where we're at right now.
I think you're right. Well, that was a great series today. I'm really happy I got to cast that. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as we did. Good picks, good strats. And by the way, I think Lucira is the MVP here tonight. Lucira had to win that game.
Right?
He was the guy who was probably not supposed to win.
Yeah, and it was his first win, too. So I'd love to hear from him.
And, I mean, what a win that was against Sue. Had Lucira not won that game, I think there's a high chance SKT could have won. In the ace match pick. They got innovation. They could bring him out again.
Yep, and here we are, KT Rolster. They played the most games of anyone, so they're sitting up on top, 3-0.
That's it's some impressive results there by them. And look at this, man. SKT is tied at the bottom. I guess just barely not at the very, very bottom, but still. Not the results you would expect. So the Jin Air Green Wings, they're also doing very well. Of course, that's no surprise there. They were playing brilliantly in the last season as well.
All those guys playing so strong. Such great StarCraft. Maru, Rogue, SOS, Trap. All those guys, great players. And here we go. Heroes up on top. Zest did win his game, but he didn't get to play another one because there was no ace match, whereas Hero got to play 2 today, and he won both. So up on top.
Not too shocking. Maru somewhere always in the top 3, top 5. And then, of course, Stats and TY. I mean, this is just, look at this. These are like all the great players. Funny to see Rogue down there. I didn't even realize he would be in top 10, but I guess he's played enough games. He wins more than he loses, right?
7-4, not bad.
But look at this. Yes,
Sneaks in
Deer,
there.
Sue, Dark. And, of course, Gumiho, that guy's been around forever. He could pretty much take a game off of anybody.
He plays every single time MVP plays, without a doubt, so.